hold on, you know.
Flipping it around.
Hold on to your horses.
How do I do it?
I don't know.
It's facing you now. It's on you now.
Hold on. You want it the
Flip
other way,
the
right?
other way, yeah.
There we go.
Thank you.
Hey! Technical shit here.
All day. All day.
All day. Every day. Oh, Killer Bee Nation. Third time's a charm. Yes, we're here in Douglas. Now, if this looks reminiscent, it's because it is. This is so weird. So, Barb, the gal who runs the place here, this apartment complex, here in Douglas, Arizona, beautiful Douglas, Arizona, called and said they sent her a picture of this ball of bees underneath the eaves, and it looks exactly like the one we did a month ago, something like that.
Yeah.
What did we call that one, host? Do you remember?
Maybe we call it the Douglas Swarm.
Fucking biatches, I think.
Yeah. Hi guys, thanks for joining.
Hi guys.
Again.
Again, yeah. Here we got. It's the third time's the charm. Like I said, you guys are not going to get sick of us all summer because we're going to be with you all summer long. I mean, it's just the 6th of April is our third call today. We just did the 2 over in Sierra Vista. Remember the 2 in the soffit? One for the gal, works for the marshal over there. And absolutely wonderful. She is going to get in a bee suit with us. Miriam is a photographer and has all the macro lenses in the world. And I said, oh my God, you want content. Holy shit. I mean, bees, killer bees with macro. I can't wait. So when we get a good job out in the middle of you know where, that's bumfuck, where we can take our time and not worry about anybody getting hurt, she's going to come along, get in the suit, and do her macro thing. It'll be awesome. Yeah. Hosh is getting everything all lined up and set up. You're all ready to go.
Unless you don't think I need them. I don't.
You aren't going to need them.
I don't need them?
No, right. It's cold. It's windy. The sun is going down. We're going to spray. We have to make it as safe as possible. Apartment complex, for God's sake. And they're right above. They're off to the left, Hosh.
So you're just going to spray them down real quick?
Yeah, we're going to spray them down, but we wanted to bring you guys along to show what a weird thing these are. These Africanized bees are so damn weird. So if you want to just show them quick, I'll go ahead and throw my net on. You want to walk over and show them where they were before, and then I'll meet you around back.
You got it.
All right, Killer Bee.
All right. So a month ago, I do believe it's called Douglas Swarm. You can check that up on YouTube. The bees were right here on the corner, and they were up underneath there. And now I guess they're down behind the building. So let's take a look. Thank you. We will be safe.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about that ball, but it makes me nervous.
Oh.
I don't know why.
You saw it.
Something sinister about it. Yeah.
All right. Oh, I'm glad they roped it off. Thanks for doing that. Save the neighbors. Wow, that's a big ball of bees. I won't go too close right now. How close can I get to it right now?
Alright, so for those of you who are new to the channel, we're killer bee exterminators. Killer bees were created in a Brazilian laboratory in 1957. They escaped and took over South America, completely invaded Central America, and as of 1998, 100% of the feral unmanaged hives in Arizona are Africanized, aka killer bees. They're just like, they're honeybees, right?
You see that, guys, right there?
But they're honeybees on steroids, and they're nasty as hell, and they kill people. They kill
nasty
pets.
as hell.
So, anyway, they're an existential threat to our native pollinators. So we're helping people, and we're helping the environment by exterminating.
Yeah, people that think it's okay that by having a beehive in your backyard, you're helping the environment. In the Western Hemisphere, it's the opposite. Honeybees are invasive to the Western Hemisphere. There were no honeybees in Arizona before 1872. Yeah, really? So if you look at the end of our YouTube videos, there's a map on there. It's really the coolest map because it shows the invasion of honeybees of the United States from east to west, going from like the early 1600s, something like that, right? All the way up until the mid 1800s, late 1800s when they came out, when they were out west. It's really the coolest damn thing. So we're gonna let Hosh get all secured here, and okay, and then we're gonna those guys are gonna be fine over there actually. So we're gonna kind of make quick work of this because here we are, of course, right in the middle of Bumfuck. Well, we're not in the middle of Bumfuck. We're in a town in the middle of Bumfuck, actually.
I think you're just so used to saying we're in the middle of
I'm just so
Bumfuck.
used to saying we're in Cochise County, for God's sake.
We're actually at like a condo complex at this time.
Yeah, apartment complex.
Oh, yeah.
We're actually right on the border. Right on the border with old Mexico.
Yes, all bees in Arizona, Africanized killer bees.
Yep, they're all Africanized, done deal. They're in all the lower 48 states. I took the high road, you took the low road.
Wow, check out that bee ball, guys.
All right, we got a bucket to put them in?
Yep, underneath.
That's huge.
I got this if you got that.
Several thousand bees in that ball.
Yeah, that's foul cheaper. So, you know what, I'll go ahead and slide this out so you can stand underneath it. Now, you see how active they are and how they're talking with each other? Now, as usual, guys, you all know how we deal with swarms like this. And we, like I said, this person obviously has children. We have toys and shit here. So,
They just darted at me too.
they did. Yeah, look at, they're already active. See, this thing would blow up like a bomb, everyone. This is not your average, these are not your grandfather's honeybees. Look at this. See how agitated they are?
Yep.
And we haven't even done a damn thing. Look at, they're bouncing off my gloves.
They knew I was somewhat nearby. So I'm moving
You want to
now.
get that side? So what we're doing with this is a spray adhesive, non-toxic spray adhesive. All right. Now I want to tell you, now since you want to do it?
Sure.
Okay, since Hosh is licensed up now, he got legal. All right, now be careful because these tips, these straws, are multi-directional.
Yep.
All right, so go ahead and stick it in there and give it a spray. Is it spraying?
Yep.
Okay. And then move it out and slide it back in up more and just keep doing that around and around. Now this is see how they're getting agitated? Do it. Stick it right in the middle. Stick it right in the middle. Yeah, that's right. And give them a good soak. And then around the periphery. All right, there you go.
This is so cool. Coach's first time with his pesticides license being able to do
He's got his
this.
license so he can apply. Excellent, looking great. All right, there we go. They're starting to drop. Let's make sure we catch them. If you, that's enough of that. You want to grab the bucket because they're going to start dropping, and we want to catch most of them. So, all of these bees that are flying around, we don't want to coat them too much. We want them to drop. We want to spray in the air. There you go. Because these bees that are flying around, we want to knock them down. We're using a non-toxic spray adhesive, which we've been using for years and years. Knocks them down to the ground so that they can't just go flying all over the bed. Here it goes. Here it goes, guys. Look at this. Here we go, and we're off. Yep, here we go. So we're gonna hang around for a minute because the remnant bees, which are all the bees flying around, which they've already been nuked with the pyrethrin. Now pyrethrin is a pesticide made from chrysanthemum flowers, and it acts very quickly. So we got the queen. Now go ahead and take that down and spray it with the spray adhesive, please. All right, so now we're going to knock down all these bees that are still farting around in the air. Now these bees that are farting around in the air are going to come back to this spot or right around nearby. So all we're going to do is knock them down. We snuck up on them, and you could see how agitated they were getting to begin with. We coated the outside like an onion. Because that's what that is. These are a bomb literally waiting to go off. You want to get up there, Hosh? You can reach that actually pretty easily.
Yeah, I'm curious. Did they start building?
No, I don't think so.
It doesn't look like it.
I think they just came in today. Okay, this is the second time this has happened at this location, at this apartment complex, in a matter of just a few, like a couple of weeks. Jeepers. So
We're
bizarre.
killer bee exterminators. We are exterminating them. That is correct.
So, all of these bees that are flying around are called remnant bees. And just with any removal, we never, of course, get them all. It's not going to happen. It's like herding cats. So, remnant bees. All right.
They're
always-
Africanized honeybees.
People ask me, are they going to go find another place to live? They can't. They can't go to another hive. Every hive is an enemy of every other hive. Are they going to go find another place and build That's always a good. If you guys have any questions or comments, please ask while we're here. We're going to make quick work of this one because we are at an apartment complex and we got to keep it safe.
Yeah.
So they can't go build somewhere else or even here because the remnant bees are like an amputated limb. For those of you who join us regularly, you're going to hear me talk about this a lot. They're like an amputated limb, the remnant bees. You can live without your finger, all right, or your hand, but your hand cannot live without you. And your hand can't go start another person, or you'd have something like from the Addams Family. Remember Thing? Anyway, so these bees, the remnant bees that are left over, are like bees. They're like individual cells of an organism, and they are basically screwed. Which is fine. You know, people are so romantic about bees, especially honeybees. Well, in the Western Hemisphere, they're invasive. But in the beehive, individual bees don't mean a thing. It's like ants. They are a collective. They're the Borg. And so individual bees don't mean a damn thing. It's a collective. It's just like our individual cells don't mean anything to us. It's the group. It's the whole body, all right? So that's how bees treat each other. So all of this romance we have about bees is man-made. It's our own creation because the nice bees used to give us honey and they didn't try to kill us when we got it from them. So what better friend in nature do man have, right?
Someone's asking, what happens if the queen dies before the rest? Is that
Oh,
even
you can
possible?
lose a hive. In fact, I can tell a sick hive. This is really brings up an interesting point. I can tell a hive that the queen has died in because the worker bees, all these bees you see flying around, can lay eggs, but they can only lay unfertilized eggs. Well, you'd think, well, who gives a shit, right? Unfertilized eggs. If your chicken lays an unfertilized egg, what happens, Osh?
Breakfast.
Nothing. Breakfast. You make an omelet. All right, so, not with bees. If an unfertilized egg is laid, a drone is born, a male. So if we get into a hive that has way too many drones that are hatched and way too many drone eggs, the queen is usually dead. And the worker bees are just desperate. Last ditch attempt to try to keep things going. That's all it is. And so they are really last ditch attempt critters. And they will try to keep the hive going no matter what. So yeah, the queen can definitely die, you know, before everybody else, and that's how we can usually see it. Now, this is working out really well. Are they balling up anywhere? We see them flying all over the place.
Yeah, not yet.
And so, now this is all very landmark oriented, and they're not aggressive. They're not aggressive at all. And they're just confused as hell is what it is. But all, like, again, now it's this time of year doing swarms like this is so handy because they will, tonight's supposed to get down to 25 degrees, they will die off, period.
Yeah.
Which is awesome because as individuals, they can't survive the cold. As a group, they could, it'd be fine. They would be just absolutely fine. So we're gonna just let them ball up now. We're gonna see, they should come back. Actually, we're gonna give it a few minutes and answer some questions if anybody has any. Does anybody have any questions out there? Or comments? Third
Yeah,
job
I'm
today?
trying to go through them here as they're coming in.
Right on. Thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah.
Love having you guys along on our jobs. Tomorrow, we don't have anything planned yet. That doesn't mean shit, right? This one came in just when we were in
I
bed.
got a question for you though. What about that barrel of honeycomb we got sitting in the
Oh, you know, we
annex?
could open that up tomorrow. Yeah, we could. So we had the, what did we call that? Barrel? No, what did we call
King
it?
killers.
King Killers, right. If you want to see that, it was a barrel of, well, we didn't know the bees were in it until we tipped it over and went, ah, holy shit. Oh, and on TikTok, get this. In one day, right, Hosh?
Yeah.
It's gotten 450,000 views.
Oh, it's up to like 486 right
486 right now. Ah, what the hell? I mean, we never know when something's going to go viral, but we just keep throwing shit at the wall and see what sticks.
Can they flap their wings to warm themselves up?
What they do is vibrate. That's really cool. You know how the penguins will rotate from the center out so the outside ones can go in? They'll do that. Honeybees will do that in a hive or in a swarm. So they vibrate to stay warm because vibration creates heat, of course. If they have a hive and honey in the stores, then they'll eat honey, which is pure energy, and use that to keep vibrating and create heat. So if it's 0 degrees out, all right, they can keep it up to 65 degrees in the hive. Now, a swarm like this, a ball of bees hanging here like this, yeah, they'd survive the night just fine, even though it's going to get down to 25 or even colder.
Right. Thank you. We are in Douglas, Arizona, and this was a swarm removal.
Right on. Swarm. It's the 6th of February. What the hell's going on around here, right?
Yep. So our third bee removal of the day, but our first swarm of the day.
Right. Yeah.
And I say of the day for now because the day's not over.
And we had, yeah, really. Oh my goodness. So we're just gonna give it a minute and see where if they're gathering anywhere. All these bees are flying. I see them kind of hovering around that corner over there. Do you see that, Hosh?
Yep.
What's going on over there? Let's go take a peek. Now, bees are very landmark oriented. I keep saying that. So everything just all looks the same to them. So you never know where a few of them are going to gather up and start talking about it and say, who were those fucking people?
I gotta tell you, it all looks
Hello
the
in
same.
Australia.
It all looks, oh, she's horrible. You just said, I got to tell you, it looks all the same to me, too. Yeah, me too.
I mean, I don't know if I can find my way out of here.
So look at this. Come, step back here. Host, step way back.
Yeah,
Look on the roof. I saw this from, look up here.
There they
Look
are.
on the roof.
there they
A
are.
ball of bees.
See it well? They're gathering.
The remnants?
Yeah, you see them up there?
How?
Right on the peak, right on the top.
They move far. Do you want to? You're taller than me. Do you want to lift this up?
Well, he's gonna bring a ladder,
Oh, good.
so that's even better.
But why would they move to the
Hey, see, it makes
away?
it makes no sense. Sometimes they will gather up 2 inches away or at the exact spot where they were, and then other times they'll go all the way over here for some ungodly reason.
Yeah.
You want to take this up there, Hosh, and show 'em?
Sure.
I think you have to move that ladder somewhere. I think.
Now, if we were out,
Here, take
away
that. Take
from
this up there and
people-
show everybody where the remnant bees are gathering right up on
Yeah.
top. What a weird. I mean, what the hell?
If we were out away from people, we'd just walk. We would let these guys go because they're gonna starve out. They're gonna die. They're gonna freeze. Yeah.
There.
But because we're in an
You know why,
apartment
probably?
complex
'Cause
setting.
The sun is there, it's warm.
Yeah.
Because they aren't any further down. If you look further down, you don't see them flying around.
No.
In fact, check this out. You don't see any flying around. Now.
Right.
They all gather right there.
Right.
Weird. These
Yeah.
damn things are just like sci-fi. So I think they gathered up there because now he's going to take some spray adhesive and just knock them down. How's that wind? It's probably blowing
Oh yeah.
right back in your face.
I love blue.
Yeah, huh? Why don't you take the ladder on the other side so you're upwind and knock them down because we want to get rid of them. I mean, we're in a very populated area. All these are full, all these apartments, but there's enough bees there to kill a whole pile of people. I've watched one hive kill a 1,000-pound hog.
I'm moving out of the spray glue
Oh, is it?
line.
Is it?
It's
Okay,
coming
let's
on
go
this
over
way
here
towards
then.
us. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. See,
Thank
we
you,
don't
babe.
want to be in the drift of anything that we're spraying. So Hosh is just knocking them down, sticking them together. See if they're stuck. If their wings are stuck, they can't fly. That looks good. I think. I think.
Well
we're
done,
at-
guys. That was
yeah.
fast.
Yeah, well, it kind of had to be fast.
Yeah.
In this type of a situation, we didn't really have much choice because it's such a populated deal in an apartment complex, and people are going to be coming home from work right now. What is it? 4:30 or something?
Yeah. Getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had to come and save the day. Anyway, so actually it went really well.
It did.
Yeah,
And yes,
so
these are Africanized killer bees, and they are aggressive typically, yes.
incredibly horrible.
Someone here said they're not violent.
Well, not that's the problem with these Africanized
difference.
bees. No, but anyway. That's the problem with these Africanized bees. Genetically, they're all Africanized. You can't tell just from how they're behaving at that exact moment if they're Africanized or not. It doesn't
Right.
make any. It does not. It's not a blanket statement. It's the fact that they can and that they will. It's not if, it's when.
Right.
And so when they go off, you don't want to be anywhere around.
Right. Imagine being the person that lives here and going to walk to their door, and that's above their head.
And that's above their head. And even if that, so people, just because they did not, and I get calls like this all the time, people will say, well, they can't be Africanized, they haven't tried to kill me yet. No, that doesn't make any difference. And you can't tell by looking either. But you can't trust them from one second to the next. That's the damn problem with them. European bees you could, Africanized you can't. It's not if, it's when. They will go off the chain at some point. It might be 1 second from now, might be 10 years from now. You want to gamble that? No, you can't, So anyway, short but sweet. Love having you guys along for our shenanigans. Tomorrow, I think we might tie into that barrel, Hosh.
Sounds
I
great.
think westward's totally against it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm real curious actually to see it because it's been sitting in that Connex for a,
Yeah, in a bag.
weekend.
In
Yeah.
a bag.
I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
wait.
in a bag.
Thanks, Tornado Girl.
Yeah.
So-
oh, Tornado Girl's on.
I mean, it's
Hey!
likely we'll open it up and they'll just all be dead in there. We just dump it out and get the honey. but
Maybe.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We don't know.
We don't know. So we'll do that in our commercial kitchen tomorrow. It's a barrel of bees. I don't know if you saw it or not. It's called King Killers. The vid on YouTube and TikTok both, right? Yeah, okay. And you know the barrel full of comb and a bunch of nasty ass bees, and it was really cold. So all we really did was bag it and tag it, and it was funnier than shit though. And brought it back to the ranch so that when we had time, we could take the garbage bag off and get honeycomb out or whatever's in there. You know. Now this time of year, we don't usually get a lot of honey because where they store the honey and the pollen is their pantry. They're the ultimate survivalists, but they've been eating on it all winter. Okay, so now here we are in the first week of February, and they've been eating it on it all winter. So their pantry is low. They're waiting for the spring flowers to come out, which the manzanita up at the ranch is out already. Earliest I've ever seen it in 40 years of being here. So. It's all just sci-fi. So we don't get a lot of honey this time of year, but tomorrow join us. I have no idea when. Just keep an eye on your notifications, and we'll bring you along. Say goodbye. Hosh is running.
All right. Later on, gang.
Bye, Ho.
Yeah, listen, if you got bees coming and going from a soffit or underneath your shed or whatever, call an exterminator. Don't mess around with it.
That's right.
And don't take care of it yourself, and definitely don't throw raid on that.
No,
That's a
hell
good
no.
way to get killed.
And put the damn flamethrower away, would you? Or at least invite us over. So anyway, love having you guys along. Thank you so much for coming with us. Go to killerbeeguy.com and get some honey, would you please? Daddy needs a new bee suit. Anyway, tomorrow, barrel of bees, and then Wednesday, portal. Big ass job.
Hell
I
yeah.
mean, bees in an attic. The way she described it could be full of
Yeah.
comb. Oh my God, it's going to be a nightmare. Woo, by that I mean a hell of a lot of fun. All right, well, say goodbye, Westford.
Bye, everybody.
Okay, love you guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you later.